Hi Gemini, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising Gemini for the full moon that's happening on June 24th. The whole scope of the reading covers more than just this full moon. Usually full moon energy lasts a month or more, so enjoy this video for however it takes to manifest, okay? I've already did a astrology overview for all signs for this transit. It's located in the playlist called Capricorn Full Moon in the description, so you can go watch that there. Or I think it's in the newest playlist as well, so you can check that out now. Members, I'm doing a Lenormand reading for you guys at this time. I'm doing it slower because the full moon is coming, so yours will be in a couple days. But there's already videos in your playlist, in the Gemini playlist in the description for you to watch for members only. Okay? I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. I did a meditation on the Meditaiton channel, and it's all about awakening authenticity and getting in touch with yourself. I would say it's one of my better meditations. So if you haven't tried one of my meditations, you may want to check that out now. It's really good for the full moon. I made it for the solstice, but you can use it anytime to get reconnected with your authentic self. Okay, so let's see your energy at this time. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that you're under a very good money transit at this time. There's a lot going on in the water signs, and because your water signs are your money houses, there's a lot of activity there. You may have had just a wonderful event happen on the 21st when the moon was in Scorpio. So you may want to look back on that time to see if there was some wonderful event or something good happened for you. But this will continue, and I'll explain in the astrology in just a minute. Just so you know that the positive financial transit is with you until June 27th, so it's a little bit longer than just the full moon. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards just to get started. So we have higher level forces, number 35, and then we have thankfulness, 101, and then potir, which is an action verb, and it means to do, to be active, to initiate. Okay, higher level forces. Something has stepped in. Now, this full moon transit for you is in your 8th house. And if you've been with me for the last couple years, you know that I've emphasized that this has been a huge transit for Gemini. That's where the conjunction between Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn happened last year, and the 8th house has to do with change, endings, and transformation. So it's been huge. Like, I can't emphasize enough. In your playlist, there'll be some older videos there for Uranus and Taurus and Chiron and Aries. You may want to watch them because I'll probably talked about it in there as well. Anyway, so we have higher level forces, thankfulness, and potir. Because this transit was so huge, I guess we have to get into the astrology already. Because this transit was so huge, and let me just show you. Okay, so because this is right where it's happening, this is your 8th house, only Pluto is left here, and this is the full moon. This area of your chart was very, very active for about 2 years. You may have gone through a lot of ups and downs and a lot of unexpected endings over the last couple years. So that's what we were talking about on the channel. And this full moon is the first full moon since the last eclipse, which was a lunar eclipse on July 5th, 2020. And so now you're back into the lunar cycle without the eclipses until the end of the decade, okay? And so for you, this is a very key full moon because this area of your life has been so activated. It's big for all of us, but if you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Gemini, this is very significant, and there will be remnants of events that happened for you in the last 2 years. Nothing bad, just a part of the whole completion of cycles and so forth. We'll go back to that in a minute. There's a download here in which I feel that you have great gratitude towards someone or something stepping into your life and sort of plucking you out of one direction and taking you in a different direction. This is motivating you to have a lot of energy to move forward with your goals and plans. So I sense the gratitude. Some of you may not be even aware of the fact that your life was saved. And I don't mean to be, like hyperbolic, but basically something stepped in and pulled you out of a very, very difficult circumstance and maybe life-threatening. And so I think that whether you are conscious of it or not, this has given you a zest for life and lots of energy. And now there's a gratitude within you that is motivating you to be extremely active. So this is the bounce back. And with this full moon, I really feel like the bounce back begins. So let's talk about the astrology a bit more. So as I said, the full moon is here in your 8th house of change and transformation. It's the first full moon since the eclipse cycle ended in Capricorn last year on July 5th. So this is the first full moon that you're going to get that's not an eclipse since the last Capricorn eclipse cycle. This coincides with everything. This has everything to do with the panorama. It has everything to do with the social unrest. And because it's in your 8th house, you were uniquely impacted by it. And so now you are dealing with the fallout of that. And most of it should be really amazing and really good for your life. But if you're still a little rattled by the changes and transformations you've gone through, I'm telling you, this is the start. This is the real start where you're moving forward and you're just going to glow up from here. So to add to this, Jupiter is caressing your MC line. How lucky is that? I mean, there are no coincidences in life, they say. I don't know if it's true, but anyway, there's a perfect sextile almost perfect, between Jupiter and the moon. And so for you, this is so synchronistic with your chart. I would say that you're one of the signs that were most deeply impacted by the conjunction in Capricorn in 2019 and 2020. And now you are getting one of the biggest bounce backs. And so very good luck astrologically. So enjoy this time. And here's the North Node in Gemini. And if you've been watching my videos, you know there's a star here. So until early July, the North Node is with Aldebaran, giving a lot of power and energy behind your life force. And you have this ability to move forward. And finally, on June 22nd, the time I'm filming, Mercury goes direct. Boom, you're pushing forward, your ruler's going direct, everything falls in line, and you have so much energy, okay? So, and actually, one of the planets that's most affecting the full moon is Saturn in this case. And usually Saturn is considered like a restrictive transit, but because it's here in your 9th house, I think that it's giving you very precise understanding of things, a very keen and sharp mind. So it too is giving you a lot of hope and a lot of ability to see through the BS and see the details of that are important in your life. Okay, so pay attention to your environment. And some of the lessons that you've been learning have been on a social front. Chiron is in your 11th house. So friends not being as good of friends as they should be, or being around the wrong people in general at this time could be a problem for Geminis. But this is sextiling Saturn. So you're watching all these circumstances and you have emotional distance. And now you're able to shine and take a step forward. Jupiter's gone retrograde on the 20th, and Neptune's going retrograde on the 25th, the day after the full moon. And this is in your career And so now it's an opportunity to take a look around and see which choices you actually want. You've been bombarded with opportunity. Now it's time to make some choices and figure out what you actually want. Okay? So there's that action for you. So very, very lucky time. The pushback on this is really wonderful. The bounce back for you from your troubles and difficulties. Okay? So the full moon is really about you in some way having a lot of life force, the sun in the second house, behind your actions. And now you're reselecting your main team, the people you care about, and the people that are the most loyal. Sometimes being freed from inappropriate people gives us the opportunity to choose appropriate people. And when we do, we get to go much further in life with the appropriate people than the inappropriate ones. Okay, so Gemini, I'm going to use my spread to take a look at your tarot. I have to find your card, so sorry if this is taking a minute. Nobody's been complaining, so that's nice. And I even got through Cancer without complaining. I'm kidding, but it's true. So there's still Pisces and Scorpio. It's always the water signs. Okay, hold on. Okay, there you are. So you got the nice Lovers card. So we'll stick you right in the middle. And then we'll do your spread for this full moon and see what's good. Okay, so we have the 10 of Angels, that's you. The Sun in Gemini. These cards back here, behind the Lovers, represent how the past is affecting you now. So it's not the past in the past. It's the past in the present. Okay, let's see the next energy. We have the 6 of Stars. Okay, so we have the Awakening, which is the Last Judgment. At the top, we take the card from the top, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, very good, very good. Consequences of just action. And then we have the 7 of Hearts, which is Venus in Scorpio. And then we have the 6 of Trees, Moon in Taurus. And then we have the 8 of Trees, Sun in Virgo, and that's coming up. Woo, someone's being noisy. On the bottom, Gemini, you've got the star. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, so let's take a look. It looks like a really nice spread, huh? Sorry, it's a little lopsided. I can't get it right today. That's okay. So I'm Mercury ruled as well. I'm a Virgo. So I don't know, the shifts and changes. It's a little bit much. So we have 6 of Stars, 6 of Wands, the Last Judgment, and 10 of Angels. It really seems as though you have made some decisions that are really landing you in a positive direction at this time. So you have made some decisions about your life, critical decisions, huge life decisions. And so these have been the right decisions for your success. The other thing that I'm getting is that you have gained the attention of someone who either has a lot of power or they have a lot of influence to things pertaining to you. And this person is of an empowering nature towards you. And they're giving you strength. In the recent past, you have been very cutthroat. You have been cutting people out and transforming your environment, going in new directions. The reason for this is the larger plan, which is not a secret, you know this, is to establish yourself financially and to gain momentum for future aspects of your life. So you're really looking at things from the perspective that you must take care of things to get prepared so that in the future you can live a better life. Good for you. Then we have the 7 of Hearts, the 6 of Trees, and the 8 of Trees. So there is a little disillusionment that is coming to, not distraction. So I have a feeling that your concentration's about to waver. There's going to be things that you desire. Venus is in your second house until the 27th of June. So you might want to spend money in the wrong direction, that kind of thing. You might be a little deterred in the wrong direction for the wrong reason. And you might just get a bit overwhelmed, okay? be careful with spending, but it's not saying that something bad's going to come from it, provided, I guess, that it's reasonable. It just means that, you're focusing on this big life success for yourself. And suddenly you're going to have this distraction of what something you want, something you desire, and it's going to take you out of the focus of where you are going for a little bit. And so you need to decide if that's a justified vacation or if it's something that's not beneficial to your overall well-being. We have the 6 of Trees, 6 of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus, and 8 of Trees, 8 of Pentacles. So money's good moving forward. If this is a financial situation, then you're making money, you're receiving money moving forward. There's more financial stability in front of you now. If this isn't a financial situation, let's take a minute. If this is a relationship situation and you are in some way weary that your relationship will falter, I have a feeling some of you may doubt the relationship you're in. Some of you might have a momentary lapse of trust in the fact that this is fidelity, that this relationship has a lot of trust in it. But yet still it will recover. With the 6 of Trees and the 8 of Trees, things will stabilize and things will improve. Especially those of you who have made a large decision about your relationship in the recent past. You may feel for a while now, maybe even a couple months, have felt somewhat alone in the situation. But that stability is coming and your patience will be rewarded. The bottom line of this is the card of Aquarius, but it's also the card of soulmates. It's just a reminder that you're on the right path, Gemini. And I feel like you will have the ability to, everything's going to stabilize for you. Just hold on tight. With this full moon in the 8th house, maybe some things are coming up from 2019 and 2018. And so just sit tight through it. On the other side, you'll see a lot of material prosperity and success. So I have some dice that we can take a look at together. And it's just a couple signs for you to be aware of or that might be important at this time. So I have Virgo and Leo, okay? The dashing duo, Virgos and Leos, there we go. And then we have also Mars in the 8th house. So 8th house is very critical for you with this full moon. So taking action on something, taking action on transformation. I got distracted while explaining everything to you. So let me just stress that the sun is in your 2nd house or financial wealth, your own independence. This is where you got strong. You took care of yourself and you built up your circumstances for yourself. And with this full moon, this is you shifting everything you have, the 6 of Pentacles, towards the other. And so in some way, you're reintroducing the frequency of aligning your financial resources with others. Not completely, but this is a start. So you may be walking in the direction of sharing with others again after a period of really watching out for yourself. And the reason you were in that period of watching out for yourself was the transit in 2019 and 2020. And hindsight is 2020. I just thought of a joke. That's cute. Okay, so now we can say it, right? I don't know if anybody else has figured it out. Okay, so now that we're in 2021 and hindsight is 2020, you can I forgot what I was. I'm so amused at myself with the joke. But anyway, so now that you have taken a step back from those consequences, then you can reapply the energy of everything you've gained, the stability you've gained to build your connectivity with others up regarding money and shared resources. Okay, got that one out. I made this deck 5 years ago, and it's the Cosmic Flower Oracle deck. I'd like to pick a card for you guys. So we have the Sweet Pea, Fragrant, Bliss, Pleasure, Dinner Party, and Departure. So there you go. So I hope you guys have a happy full moon. I really think the meditation linked in the comments is going to be great for you. So go check it out. Thank you for watching. And members, your Lenormand reading is coming up really soon, but everybody can find all the Gemini readings in the Gemini playlist at the end of the video and down below. Okay? Thank you. Bye.